Okay, how many of you people know what this is? You're probably thinking it's a computer, but, well, it is. It's a strange computer, though. It's not really strange, it's just old. It is the Windows 95 computer, and this is the case that has the Windows 95 hard drive operating system in it and, well, everything else. And this was originally in my closet here, and, I decided to take it out and start it up again. And actually a couple of weeks ago I did, and right here's the old keyboard that came with it. And something that really bugs me is that back button is not that whole 2-space button it is in the new keyboards. It's a 1-space. But anyway, pretty much, let's look at the size of that monitor though. I mean, it's like huge. I mean, wow. And that monitor literally weighs like 50 pounds. I'm not kidding you. It is an insanely heavy monitor. And it's just crazy. The new ones, like my flat screen, weighs the same as this thing. This brick of a monitor. But anyway, if you open that up, it's got adjustments and everything. But it's kind of weird I had to set this up because for mine at least, you had to put the monitor into either a bunch of wall outlets and of course a computer, or stick it in one of these, yes, that's what she said, but that's not what I'm talking about. Put it in one of these power plates, and this pretty much had like a place for your monitor to go, and it was made specifically for this pretty much, and then 3 auxiliaries. Pretty much one would be for the computer power, printer, and whatever else. And the random X you see is just because when I was like 10 and I used this computer back then, I marked which one not to turn off so it'd turn off easier. But anyway, I'm gonna start this up in a second, or now I guess. Turn that on. You had to push so many buttons to turn this on. Then you turn on the monitor. I mean the processor. And there's the 95. And sorry the camera might be shaky. I don't have my tripod. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see the text either. And my tripod for some reason disappeared again. So, and sorry this video isn't in HD, because this is not an HD camera, so not much I can do about it. Excuse me. So yeah, Windows 95 and Microsoft Internet Explorer, which is really weird. I don't know, this thing has like so many BIOS startups at the beginning. And the weird thing is, it starts up faster than my, my XP. And it actually runs faster than my Windows XP. So I had a password, typed that in. And then, of course, when I was like 10, I was really into Lego. I still am into Lego, but back then I was really into Bionicle, so that's why you see the Bionicle background. And anyway, you can kind of see the mouse there. Things are loading. I actually deleted a bunch of the stuff I had on here. But yeah, this thing, oh, say hi to my penguin and my brother's duck. Anyway, I used this thing like a lot, and when I was in like the 10th grade, because this was like, no, sorry, not when I was in the 10th grade, I'm in the 10th grade now, but, well, last year I was. Anyway, I used this a lot when I was 10 years old, and like 9 and all that, and even younger. Because I got it when I was 7, I think, and I used this thing a lot, as I previously stated. And my dad never bought a new computer until XP came out, and then after that, you know, we bought Vista and Windows 7, and that's where we are today. But anyway, this thing is kind of amazing. It starts up really fast, it runs really fast, and of course if I were to install Halo on it, there's no way that would run. If I were to install Crysis or something, there's no way that would run. This would probably make the computer, like, burst into flames trying to, but I mean, everything else is just so much faster, and of course the mouse, there's no scroller thing. This is like a really old mouse. It's really strange, that old ball mouse, but it's got that old, it doesn't even have a scroller, so you have to do the old-fashioned scrolling, but you can kind of see, hold on, camera's annoying me, right there, and of course it's got that progressive, all the camera detects a progressive scan from a monitor or something, or whatever it is. That would be that line you see going down, but that's beside the point. So anyway, there's also something I remembered, and this would be the screensaver. And the graphics are kind of messed up, that's why it's all weird colored, but this would be the mouse screensaver. And I always remember in like grade school for me, every single computer having this as their screensaver. And when kids would get bored with their work, they would just sit here and watch the screensaver. And this was like insanely fun to watch because it's fun trying to tell the cat or whatever you are, no, go there, the mouse is over there, and then he never hits the mouse or the rat. And even though I'm not trying to go for the mouse or the rat, trying to go for some star or something. But whatever they were going for, oh, the smiley face, that was it. But this thing just, like, wow, this is, I remember when in school everyone used this, and I remember everything. It's like bringing back really, really old memories. And then, of course, are there AT&T connection services, which was the dial-up I used back then, which made that really weird, like really annoying dialing sound. You had to, you know, of course, when you had to dial into it. And for all of those who don't know, who have never used dial-up, all I can say is that you are insanely lucky. But back then, dial-up was pretty freaking awesome. But anyway, here's that old menu, pretty much. They had this in '98 and 2000, I think, menu style. And of course, is Microsoft Word here. Old Word, a bunch of old things. You can just type in random stuff. Doesn't really matter. Word really has improved, especially that new one that they have for Vista computers and Windows 7. And the calculator was about the same, actually. I think they might have, you know, added new numbers to it, but obviously new algorithms and everything, formulas, all that. But other than that, it's pretty much the same with sines, cosines, tangents, you know, all that stuff. So you can see there. I know all this is pretty much in the Windows XP version and Vista. So I don't know. I mean, back then this was pretty. This calculator is pretty amazing too. Right here is an Office toolbar. It's I don't even know what it is, but anyway, here's all the computer hard drive lists, and apparently for mine there were two hard drives, Windows 95 and an old drive, and I think the old drive, yeah, the old drive had a bunch of, I think it might have been one my dad put in for extra or something, I'm not really sure. But the Windows 95 one has, of course, all the processor system information on it, and, you know, deleting, and some personal files on it, I guess. But deleting some of those things would probably mess up the computer. But it's really, but the point of this video is that it's kind of amazing how the old stuff still runs and is faster than the new stuff that is out today. Well, faster in a sense, because this thing is literally 10 years old and it still works. It's like my NES pretty much. It's like 10 years old and it still works. And then they have new things like Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, and an Xbox and a PlayStation, and they break within months of having them sometimes. And this stuff is many, many years old and it actually still works. Now, it's kind of making me wish that they would have kept the operating system the way it was, maybe made some upgrades to it, but not made tons and tons of upgrades where it'd slow it down. And you know, make the operating system support newer hardware and stuff like that. I don't even know if that's possible, but if they could have kept like the 95 operating system itself and just upgraded the hardware all day long and had like new NVIDIA graphics cards and quad-core processors on a Windows 95 processor, things would be so incredibly fast right now it wouldn't even be funny. Kind of reminds me of Macs though. Macs are pretty quick. But anyway, that was a random video. I mean, right here is just keyboard and everything else if you want to see it. And if you want to see what the back of it looks like. And of course there's no light. Anyway, there are a bunch of cords, a whole lot more than, actually no, there's about the same amount of cords that are in my newer computer right now, but you know, random video, felt like posting it. Thanks for watching, and I hope some of you at least know what it's like to have used a 95.